Good morning, gang. Happy Monday. All right, here we go again. Heat wave is supposed to start coming back to the mid 90s again. Woohoo. So, if I asked you this, do you know what dark forest theory is? Maybe some people say, oh, gee, Aesop's fable or something to do with aliens about movies or anything like that. That's not what it is. Dark forest is actually a Chinese theory that they're playing out right now in plain as day. Okay. And it's something that preppers should really take into consideration too. Dark forest theory says when people go crazy and start killing each other for all intents and purposes, go hide in the dark forest and wait for them to kill each other, and then you come out and you're the only one left. Okay? If you think about what's going on in Ukraine right now, that's exactly what China's doing. Okay, China is watching the Russians deplete their people and their military arms. They're watching Ukraine deplete their people. They've just hit 10,000 deaths in Ukraine, apparently. They're watching NATO give up weapons, use weapons that can't be replaced for years and years and years and years. And China is just sitting in the dark forest waiting for everybody else to kill each other till they come swooping in and say, everybody's gone. I'll just take everything now. Okay, and that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly how preppers should play all this as well. And this is why we prep. It's my intention is when the balloon goes up and everybody's crazy, running up and down the street going, oh my God, there's no power, there's no food, there's no water, whatever it is. My intention is to, not literally, sit on the porch and watch them all tear each other to pieces. And I will just wait for everything to calm down again. When they're all done killing each other, I'll still be standing. This is the point of prepping. All right. Now, some get it, some don't. Look on the grand scale again as we talk about what's going on in Ukraine. Obviously, our current administration doesn't get it. Okay. Oh, we've got to keep fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. We've already got Americans, mercenaries, obviously, that have been captured by the Russians. We've already come up and said it's going to take 20 years for us to replace some of these weapon systems that we've given up so much of to Ukraine. As a country, we're falling right into the trap that China wants. Okay, so is Russia, so is all of Europe, everything, and China's just sitting back. And everybody says, "Oh, but China supports Russia." No, China's not supporting Russia. They're not giving them troops. They're not giving them arms. What China's doing is going, "Oh, you have oil we can buy on the cheap? Sure, we'll take some. Oh, you have food we can buy on the cheap? Sure, we'll take some." Okay. All they're doing is letting each other, NATO and Russia for all intents and purposes, destroy each other, and they're reaping all the benefits. Okay. Remember, China's military strategy has always been a very long-term strategy. It's certainly not immediate gratification. That's, again, the same thing as what a prepping strategy is. It is a long-term solution. It's not immediate gratification. You're buying food, you're putting it in your pantry, and with the intent of, oh, I'll eat this a year or 2 years from now. I mean, I opened a can of ravioli to have for a snack last night that I bought in December of 2020. It's a year and a half old. Okay, so what? It's the oldest one on the shelf, so I ate it. Still fine. Immediate gratification is I go to the grocery store, I buy enough food to last me the next couple of days, this week, whatever it would be. That's not the way preppers think, okay? Think of what you do on a large scale, and then you'll see what kind of chaos the world is in for. You know, immediate gratification is not in a prepper's mantra. And again, think about anything you do. You buy ammo. Did you go out to the range and shoot it all up the day you bought it? Maybe you used to. Hey, feel like going to the range today. I'm going to buy a couple of boxes of ammo and that's it. You come home, clean your weapon, and you have no ammo in the house. Or maybe a little bit for self-protection. That's it. You don't have thousands upon thousands of rounds still in the house. Grow a garden. You throw a seed in the ground. You don't expect to come out in the morning and have tomatoes. Okay, it's going to be 6 months till you see tomatoes. Not immediate gratification. How many people won't do it? Oh, you know what? I can just go to the store and get tomatoes. Somebody else can do the work. Somebody else can do the work is going to be the death knell of society, because we've got into, and this is over decades, not just in the last year and a half, a society of me, instant gratification. If I want it, I'm just going to go get it. And all that does is lead to problems, okay? I'm not willing to work for it. I want it handed to me, okay? And think about all the things I just touched on. Gee, I don't want to work. The government will give me a check, UBI, okay? Gee, immediate gratification. I'll just put it on the credit card, okay? None of this is healthy. None of this is biblical for sure, okay? And none of this is a path to success, all right? You cannot borrow your way out of debt. So, there is no, gee, I'll put it on the credit card and I'll be okay later, all right? All you're doing is paying more for what you just got today, instant gratification. Hard work is the only way you're ever going to get ahead in life. Sure, I understand there are people that are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. That ain't most people, okay? But think of the Black Forest theory and how you will be able to hide when the balloon goes up. We talk about gray man and everything like that, hiding in plain sight. I talk about that all the time. But for those that are relatively new to prepping, this is the theory. This is what you're trying to follow here, okay? Let the rest of the world go to hell. Let them all fight it out. And then when it's done, you come out and say, okay, here I am. Now, of course, that if they bring the fight to you, fight back. But, your goal is to not be one of the people running to the grocery store to pick out whatever's left when we get hit with an EMP or anything like that. Your goal is to already have it. You want to have your own little convenience store in your house where if you need something, you just run to the pantry and get it. There's not the, honey, we're out of salt. Can you run to the store and get me some? You want to be, yeah, hang on a second. I'll be back in 30 seconds. You run into the pantry, go, here's another thing of salt. That's what you're doing with prepping. Remember that one.